Okay, so today we are doing 7.6 similar shapes. So that right there is the symbol for similar. It's just a little squiggly because we're math. We don't like to write words if we don't have to. So similar means shapes that have proportional side lengths. So we have done proportions before. We did them mostly in 7th grade, but they've run over to 8th grade a lot. Here's an example of two fractions that would be proportional. 1/2 and 3/6. Well, they both simplify down to be 1/2. They're both pretty much the same fraction. Here would be one that is not proportional. 4/5 and 1/3. They're two completely different fractions, so they would not be proportional. So that's pretty much what we're doing today, putting things in fractions and seeing if they're proportional or not. Okay, so what transformation gives you similar shapes? Well, we talked about on last lesson congruent. Congruent was the same shape, same size. And so we said reflection, translation, and rotation gave me same shape. They just might be facing a different direction. The only one that we didn't talk about was dilation. That's because dilation gives you similar shapes. Remember, dilation is changing the size of the shape, which is essentially similar. And it will always change it proportionally, so we make sure that it is similar. All right, so example 1. Excuse me. Determine if the shapes are similar. So we're going to draw that picture there. Yeah. So pause this if you need some time to draw it. The way that we do this is we set up our fractions. So I'm going to take 7 because that's my length of the small triangle. And then what's my corresponding length of the big triangle? 10. And then since I used my smaller shape on top, I have to use my smaller shape on top again. So 3 and 6. Okay, does 7/10 simplify? No, it just stays 7/10. But 3/6 simplifies to be 1/2. We know those are not the same fractions, so this would be not similar. Okay, so you just set up your corresponding sides and go from there. Okay, draw this next one. Okay, I'm going to set up my corresponding sides. So I always like to start with my smaller shape. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to do 3. 3 would go over 12 since they're both a side length. And then smaller, so 5 over 20. Okay, in your calculator, if you are not good at simplifying fractions, your calculator will do it for you. So you just do 3ABC 12, and it simplifies it down to 1/4. 5ABC 20 simplifies it down to 1/4. Since these are the same, they are similar. Okay, now we're kind of doing a flip of this. Example 2, find M if the shapes are similar. So we look at M. I always put my variable on top, whether it's on the smaller shape or not, just the way I do it. You could do it a whole bunch of different ways. So M is this side length right here. What's my corresponding side to M on this shape? Well, M, it's in between 2 arc marks and these, so it would be 12. Then this fraction has got to be a full fraction. I've got to know both side lengths. So if we look at 24, we don't know what AB is, so 24 we can't use. But we can use 10 and 15 on the bottom here. But which one goes on top? M's from the bigger shape, so you need a number from the bigger shape on top here. So 15 would have to go on top. And then 10 would go on the bottom. So to solve this, we do something that we've done a million times. You cross multiply, and then you divide by the number that's left over. So if you take 12 times 15, you get 180. Divide it by 10, and you get M equals 18. Done. Okay, here's this one. Find X and Y if the shapes are similar. So first we have to find X. and get an answer, then we can do another set and do y. We can't find x and y at the same time. So we're finding x first. I'm going to put that on top. See, x corresponds with, a lot of people want to think y, but what's happened to my shape here? It's been reflected and rotated, it looks like, because see how I have 3 arc marks here and 2 here? So 2 and 3. This one only has 1 and 2. So it's not this side, it would be that side. So x and 6 correspond, which means later on y and 9 correspond whenever we get there. And then I need 2 sides that I actually have, so it would be the bottoms here, 3 and 6. Which one do I put on top? 6, because I need it to be the one that the x is from. And then 3. Okay, so I cross multiply. I'm going to divide. So 36 divided by 3, x is going to equal 12. Okay, now I'm going to do it for y. Y over, we already said y corresponds with 9. Now I can use this same fraction, but y is from the smaller shape. And so I need to flip-flop. I need to put my 3 on top this time because 3 is from the smaller shape. And 6 and 9 are from the same shape. So same thing here, cross multiply, divide. 27 divided by 6, you would get 4.5. All right, that is it.